My name is Bronson Wright. I'm a 0 handicap.
My name is Lee DuPont. I'm a 13.2 handicap at this current moment.
My name is Blake Cooney, and my handicap's right around an 18.
The improvements in golf equipment technology over the last 100 years has been nothing short of monumental. What's the benefit to everyday golfers? It's more distance, more forgiveness, straighter shots.
Feel like I'll perform all right. Should be a good day.
A little weary about putting those old ones in my hand.
I mean, I think if we get into some of the older clubs, unless we hit it right on the button, it's just not going to be a good result.
Okay.
Modern drivers of today are mostly made from titanium, and many of them have composite materials on the crown to make them lighter.
That's new.
One of the great things about today's technologies is that it's really geared toward the everyday player as much as the tour player.
How far? I mean, the machine says it ran out of room, so.
They also have highly springy faces, and they put weight in specific areas that add forgiveness. It's more distance, more forgiveness, straighter shots.
Pop fly to deep center field. Number one, we ready?
A lot of the technology in drivers has trickled down into those irons. Today there are clubs designed specifically for these players. Thick bottoms, lots of weight down low, and then lightweight shafts to help you generate the speed you need.
Save the best for last. That's like a Selena song or something like that.
You know, it's easy to overlook the putter when it comes to golf club design. 100 years ago, it was a very thin piece of metal on a piece of wood. Fast forward to today, you have big mallets with lots of moment of inertia. You also have all the ability to put alignment features and lines on it. What you have today is a monumental leap compared to what you had 40 years ago.
Putts didn't go so well, didn't drop one in. Driver was kind of all over the board, but the irons felt the best.
Just the technology, how good that driver felt in my hand, how much forgiveness it had, that's going to have a huge impact on this next round.
I think they will get much worse than what we saw in round one.
Oh, wow.
I'm ready.
A little brighter than I'm used to.
I was a Calvin Klein underwear model back in my day.
Don't have any white pants, so this is a first in the white pant category.
Really interested to see some numbers on this thing.
You know, 30, 40 years ago in equipment, if you hit it on the center of the face, you would still get a fairly good result. But the mishits were punished disproportionately.
I lost 50 yards, and that one felt pretty good.
They're going to be playing a driver that's a much smaller head than we have today. That means less forgiveness. They're also using steel shafts instead of graphite. That robs you of swing speed. That's going to equate to about a 10-yard loss.
Slower and harder to swing. Looks like I'm losing about 10 miles per hour.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
Sorry, buddy.
Back then, golf equipment design was really more art than it was science. It's once the science came into play that the mishit became very much mitigated.
That's 25 yards shorter than the other one. Pretty much as good as I can hit it, I think.
Really tells you, this club, it really talks to you. A lot of feedback. Give myself a fighting chance here.
The clubs of the 1970s and early 1980s, the primary thing then is they were cutting edge. Really the first time perimeter weighting was used on a putter to add a little forgiveness.
Was someone moving with my backstroke over here? I feel like somebody moved a little bit.
Ah!
Yanked.
I think a lot of that was luck because the club was not helping me.
The forgiveness on the newer drivers versus this thing here. night and day.
It really showed your weaknesses. If you hit it, it really showed.
I feel like this next round, he's probably going to break one of those persimmon clubs or something with how hard or he swings hard, thumping in the ground. I would back everyone with cameras back a little bit because my ball's going to go anywhere. I don't know.
I'm an old soul, so I kind of feel right at home.
They're a little tight in some spots and loose in others.
I look like a polished turd, maybe.
That was a really good shot by me. The club felt terrible, though. Kind of hurt a little bit.
The feel is terrible and no forgiveness.
They must have like chewed bubble gum and then licked this thing too because my hands are all sticky. Oh my goodness.
You guys serious? This is what they played with?
More weight in the shaft. The grip is almost twice the size of a normal grip, it feels like.
It's cool. Big appreciation to the guys who hit it well.
Well, here we go.
For starters, I really don't know how they hit those persimmon woods with hickory shafts.
How far they used to hit this back in the day? No, come on. It'd break my heart.
Heads were really small, and then you have absolutely no spring-like effect off of the club.
The feel and the result were definitely not the same.
A big hunk of wood, you're not going to get any flex at all.
By the time the club gets to the ball, it feels different than the modern club. Did you put lotion on before you use this? Jeez.
Well, the irons from 100 years ago were these designs that looked something like a spatula.
Do you have a close-up of this thing? It's like a gardening tool.
Yeah. I might get there, though.
They kept coming back the next day with that sound. Holy moly.
I don't know really what this is, so I have no way to measure how far it's going. Hopefully it's like a wedge.
And you really had to have a sweeping swing to make those effective at all.
I mean, it's hidden face, like pretty close to center. It just feels like garbage.
Playing with clubs like that was pretty much a miracle.
It really doesn't feel good.
I'm done with that. I never want to see this again.
Keep this thing? I do need firewood tonight, so this will keep me warm.
It is.
How did we pick this spot?
You better pan over and watch their faces just drowned out as I put all 5 of these in right now with this. Too much gas on.
I just can't see where the face is a square.
Yes, it is. Oh, boys.
Did you guys move the spot
Boys.
on that?
That's it right there. Now we know. He's not,
All right.
he's not moving.
I'm not moving. I'm keeping my legs buckled like this. I'm hunching over. Maybe this is why they did that, huh? Catch it!
Oh, I'm happy I don't have to hit that ever again.
To me, I can't see where it's square. Like, look at that.
I was glad I was born in this century, first of all.
That iron was like a gardening tool. I really did not know what I was doing with it. The driver was kind of fun to hit.
To me, these were crazy. They're just a fraction of a second behind on all of them, even the putter.
Technology is your friend, for sure. I mean, I couldn't believe the difference hitting one club to the next.
The technology in the misses is just so polarizing on these older clubs that there's just zero margin for error.
See those guys post the scores they did back in the day with these things? Kudos to those guys. Those guys were, imagine what they would have done today with the equipment they have now. That, you know, it would have been crazy.
Well, that was fun. What do you think of the hickory sticks?
Never again.
Off to the bar?
Never,
Who owes you
ever.
money? Who won that putting game?
I think we know who won the putting.
I don't think it was me.
4 for 5.